Hello everyone, welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. This is Anubhav and in this video, we are going to create Instagram clone using React.js. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you will never miss any update from Simplilearn. So without further ado, let's begin and see what's in it for you. But first, let me tell you what React is. So, what is React.js? React is a JavaScript library that is used to build mobile and web applications fast and interactive. It's an open source, reusable component based front end library of JavaScript. React is a combination of HTML and JavaScript. It provides a robust and opinionated way to build modern applications. So, let's see how we're going to create the Instagram clone.
If getting your learning started is half the battle, what if you could do that for free? Visit SkillUp by Simplilearn. Click on the link in the description to know more.
Let's open the Chrome. Here I'm going to write Instagram. And this is how at the end of this tutorial you will see your Instagram clone. Okay, so let's jump to the coding part. Open your Visual Studio Code. Now let's create a React project. For that, open your terminal, new terminal. You can also open your terminal by just pressing Ctrl plus backtick. Okay, here I'm going to write a command to create React project is npx create React app. Now the folder name I'm going to create as Instagram clone. Okay, it'll take a couple of minutes to install all the files and libraries. So let's wait a minute. As you can see, it's installing React, React DOM, and React scripts. So let's wait a couple of minutes more. I'm sure at the end of this tutorial, you will love the output as we are going to create a straight, simple, and fascinating Instagram clone. Okay, let's wait a minute more. Okay, now, okay, it's taking a minute more. It's fine. We'll wait a minute more for this. After that, we're going to open our folder here. I'm going to create a React project. Like in this Instagram clone, I'm also going to create the login page. Inside the login page, I'm also going to create the sign up page. When the user enter their UID and password, they will be redirected to the home page. Now, let's see how our application is looking. First, we're going to go inside the folder that we have created. So I'm going to write Instagram clone. Now we are inside the Instagram clone. Let's open our folder where all the files are. So inside the C, users, SLP, here is my folder. Let's open it and see. Now we'll open the terminal by just clicking on Ctrl backtick. Here I'm going to write npm start to see whether our project is working fine or not. So let's wait and see the magic of React. React is a beautiful library of JavaScript. Okay, you'll love the output in the end, I'm sure. Let's see. So here it is, the beautiful logo of React. Now coming back to Visual Studio Code. Let's install the Material UI component of React. For that, I'm going to write a command. Let me just search here. UI icon. We need core. Just search about it. Open this npm. You can also open this one. But let's copy this command from here. It's copied. Coming back to our code. Let's paste it and enter. It'll take a couple of minutes more to install all the files. Okay, fine. It's saying the root folder. Okay, let's just see in this JSON file the icons has been installed or not. Okay, so there are so many packages here. The React is all dependencies, React event, React DOM, React scripts, and this core is not installed. Let me just again find them. Okay, let's write npm install. Material UI or just a minute. Yeah, here, right at 4.11.2. Okay, so it will install automatically. Here I'm going to open this app.js file. Here, as you can see, just let's run this file now. npm start. Let's say it's working fine or not. Okay, it's working completely fine. Now coming back to our code, let's delete this logo. We don't need that. And let's delete this header. Here we'll write h1. And inside this h1, I'm going to write hello from Simplilearn. Let's save it. Let's see what's the output. Isn't it looking cool? At the end, you will see a complete full-fledged Instagram clone. It'll be awesome. Let's see Instagram clone here. Okay, fine. Let's delete this one. We need. Okay. Let's move forward and delete this one because we don't need it. Also, I'm going to delete this file also. Let's delete this image. Okay. Here, now I'm going to create components. As React is a component-based library, here I'm going to create different components for this project. Here, let's create a folder called components. Inside this components folder, I'm going to create a folder called login page. Inside this login page, I'm going to create two files as login.page.js, and inside this login page only, let's create another file called loginpage.css. Now inside, let's just save it for now. Okay, open your login page.css, not js. I'm going to write import from React, or we can also write import React, comma. Here I'm going to write component. Okay. From React. Yes. Okay. I'm going to create a class of login page. Inside this login page extends, I'm going to use props and state in this component. create a constructor here. Constructor. Inside this, let's write a prop. Inside this, let's write a keyword super props. After this, let's this dot state to get the state inside this. Okay. Now render this function. I'm going to return a div. Let's give it hello world. Let's save it. Okay, we need to export. To export each file, you need to write export default and then the file name, like login page. Let's close this one. Let's save it. Everything's look fine. Now coming back to app.js, here I'm going to write login page, and as you can see, it automatically imported the login page from components login. Okay, let's just save this one and see the output. So it's working fine. Coming back to our code, let's delete this part. Okay, it's fine. Let's import React. After this, I'm going to create the login page. Import React from React. Let's save it. We're also going to use the grid system here, okay? So for that, let's come back to our code. Okay, let's add a grid here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this screen into 3 parts, like 3 to the left side, 3 to the right side, and 6 to the middle. Okay, as you all know. So the screen is of 12. So I'm going to use this 12. Okay. Let's open our login page.css and let's create a div. Now I'm going to show you how to create div in a screen. Firstly, I'm going to take one div. Inside this div, I'm going to write grid container. Inside this grid container, I'm going to add one grid item of XS size, which is 3. Okay, it should not come under this, it's inside this. Okay, fine. Okay, here I'm going to write some demo data hello to just let you know how the grid system works. Okay, now I'm going to create one another. Let's copy it. Let's copy this one from here again. Let's write the proper hello. Here I'm going to write from, and here I'm going to write Simplilearn. Let's save. It's showing an error. Okay, let's find out the error. Everything is looking fine to me, but let's see what's the issue here. Okay, the grid is not defined. Okay, it's fine. Got to add the grid. Here I have added one command for the grid, yarn add material UI code, as this was not working. So I'm again going to add the material UI. So let's see, is it working fine now or not? Just wait a couple of minutes to see. If it work, that will be great. So let's just see the Instagram login page for now. Let's just log out from here. Okay, let's just open this. Here I'm going to open the Instagram. Yeah, this is how I'm going to create the login page. So I have these pictures, this one, and this one. So inside this sign up page, I'm also going to create this sign up page and this login page. Okay, so it'll be very great if you'll understand the process. React is a very beautiful language. I love React. So if you love React, do subscribe to our channel, and we post amazing videos on a daily basis. So this is almost done. Yes. Now I'm going to start this project. Will not work with npm, I guess, but let's just start this. Let's see, is it working or not? Okay, fine, it's working. So as you can see, it's saying, okay, let me just delete this part, index.css. Let's delete this, save it. Coming back to our page. Just yeah. Let's just save it. Now, as you can see, this is taking what? This space, which is from here to here. Okay, and this from is taking space from here to here. This big grid, and this Simplilearn is taking this much space, only 3. So we have distributed this 3, 6, 3. Inside this 6, we are going to work. So coming back to the code. Now we are going to create the login page. So let's here inside the login page.js, let's add here. Yeah, inside this, let's cut it and let's create a dev class. Okay, inside this, let's create another dev. With this dev, I'm going to add one image. Let's write the source of that image. It's Insta. Let's write inst image. Okay, this is not necessary. Okay, that's why it's not fetching. We have to import the image in the top. So let's write import inst. Just remember, whatever you are writing inside this, you have to write it here also. So this is inside the source, inside the folder dot. Okay, first it is inside the Instagram clone, then source, then inside that images. Now inside that I have added one image folder. Here I have added some images that will be important and useful in this tutorial. Okay, I'll give the link in the description box for this project. You can just get it from there. Okay, you'll get all the code. Don't worry, just see how everything works. Okay, so here I'm going to write the code of that image. It was 93646. Okay, it was 75FB26.svg. Now let's save it and see the output. Okay, it's saying web package compiled with one warning. It's nothing. Image element must have an alt. Okay, it's fine. We can do it in the CSS part. Oh, and boom, you can see the output here. Isn't it amazing? We can just adjust everything. Don't worry about that. But it's working. We can add here, like, alter this image, height, width we can give. Okay, now let's move forward and add the width. Let's give its width as, okay, we can give the width as, and pixels, let's write, okay, 450 would be fine. Yeah, let's put the space here. Okay, yeah, it's completely working fine. We can give the padding and all, it's fine, but for now it's looking beautiful. Yeah, let's open that page where that, yeah, it's very down. Let's again log in, refresh this login page. Okay, yeah, it's up, so let's make it up only. Okay, yeah, it's looking very beautiful. Coming back to the code, after this let's create another div. Let's inside this, let's write, okay, we have to make the box. So let's, okay, we can also add the image here. Yeah, now we need what? Let me just see once. Okay, we need one container. Inside the container we need that image of Instagram. Okay, fine, it's easy, no big issues. Okay, let's write here again this copy. Okay, it's copy, and now let's paste it. So the name of this is not Insta image, it's an Insta logo. So width we are giving not right now. Let's not give, it's fine if we can. Okay, we have to include this inside here. Okay, let's copy this, import, paste it here as install logo from images 75B26A. Yeah, it's fine. Let's add the name. Insta logo .png. Let's save it. Coming back to the code, it's showing an error. Can't resolve it. Okay. Let's, okay, fine. I understood. So it's not Insta, it's Insta. Let's save it. Now, is it the same issue? Okay, it's the same issue. Let's search for instaimage.png. Okay, fine. Now, coming back to our code, we'll see install logo.png. Okay, fine. Everything. It's logo insta. In just a minute. It's not this one. It's insta. Okay, let me just find logo.insta is here. Let me just here. Okay. Let's write here. Let's save it. Yeah. It is working, but the image quality is very bad. Moving ahead, let's find another logo. Is there any logo insta is here? We can use this logo insta. Let's try this one. Logo insta here. Let's save it. Let's see, is it? Yeah, this is also working fine. Okay, we'll go with this one only. Coming back to the code. Let's start working on the file. Okay, this one is fine. We don't need this width, or we can just write this one. Now let's give this first div as a class name, so we can also give the CSS properties in this. Okay, so for that I'm going to give it a name as login page and main. Let's just save it, and inside this, let's just delete this one. This app.js. No. I'm going to write login page inside this. I'm going to write display, and then it should be flex. Save it. Coming back to the code, let's see. Okay, it's fine. Now again, I'm going to write login and we need for logo only, because it's coming. The next line, let's give it a width. I've already given it a width, so we're gonna cut it from there. Let's write CSS in different page only. Let's not mix it here. Okay, let's see. It's so coming very big. Can't fit it, I guess, but no issues. We're gonna make it work. Okay, login page. Let's. Okay, this CSS is not working. Okay, I forgot to add the CSS in this login. We also have to add the CSS. So I'm gonna import dot login page dot CSS. Let's save it now and see the magic of CSS with React. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Back to the code. It's looking very slow. No issues. We'll wait a couple of seconds because okay, it's not working. Okay, let's move forward and see whether we can add features inside this. So we are going to add this logo here, which is coming in here. We want this that inside there. So let's login page right component inside this. I'm going to write okay, everything's height. We're going to give height. Let's give it a height of 380 as it is as Instagram login page. Width is not auto, it's 350 pixels. Then the border of that box, which is 1 pixel solid. Let's give the exact color that Instagram have. Okay, let's just save it now. See, everything's is attached. Okay, let's just see. The Instagram one is looking very big here. Let's reduce the size. Okay, on 155. Let's see the warnings here. It's still compiling. Okay, let's kill this terminal. Delete this one. Inside this, creating new terminal. Let's write and start and see whether it is working fine or not. Let's just delete this. Okay, it's coming inside that only. Let's see whether it is fetching the login page. Page main. Login page main is correct. Okay, we have to add the files here to fetch it. Okay, let's just copy this one. Let's add it inside here. Where? Okay, first let's write the login page right component here. That'll be best. Class name as login page. That's case sensitive here. Login right component. Let's just save it. Here also, before this image, let's give it a class name. Login page logo. Let's save it now and see whether it is working fine. Okay, let's hope it's working fine. Yeah, we have created one box and this is what our Instagram logo. We can move it up. Let's open our terminal. So let's write. Okay, it's fine. We don't need this one. One for the main. One for the script container. Inside the script container, I'm going to add one class. Two. Okay. We have created one div here. Yeah, it's fine. Now it's looking up like here. Earlier it was looking down. Now let's remove this. Till now, I'm sure you have gotten the idea for why we have taken this. Okay, let's make it like systematic. Yeah, let's save it. Now, as you can see in our app and in Instagram, there is this one margin on the top. So let's open our CSS. Here I'm going to write margin 25 pixels. Let's save it. Yeah, our app is also looking like the Instagram login page, right? And then it started looking cool, right? Okay, let's make it as here as it is showing inside there. Yeah, we have to give padding to this Instagram. Like we have to create this also. So let's give it some space here. Let's give it margin top to everything, so it should align same. Here inside the main also, I'm going to give margin 25 pixels. Okay. Now in this right, I'm going to give it a border which is fine. Margin is fine. Margin is what from top we need. So let's save it. This text line is center. So our Instagram will be inside this container which is center. Isn't it looking very similar to the original part? Now let's move forward with the next step. Inside this container, I'm going to create these phone number and all. Okay, let's work on this container. Open your login.js file. After this, let's create a div. Inside this, let's create another div. So here there are two divs. There's some space in between these and this, so it's fine. I'm going to open this. Let's write class of login page IGIN. Written the wrong spelling. Now let's write input text. Inside the we have to use the placeholder. We have to use that placeholder. Like we also have to write these things too. Okay. Let's write similar input for password also. Input type. Okay. It's not text. It's type, which is I'm asking. It's type, and the type of this is password. Let's move forward. See, yeah, it's for username password. You can just make it look similar to the original one with the help of what? CSS, right? Let's create a button. Let's write sign. Okay. Let's just save it. You'll see one sign up button. Yeah, like this. Coming back to the code. Let's write. Okay, here we are. Let's make it with CSS. I have to give the class name. Class name we are going to give. Let's name it simple only. Login page text. Type is this. Let's copy it from here and let's paste it here. For button, I'm going to add another class as login button. Let's just save it and see the magic. It's not showing. Let's see what's the issue coming. Okay, we haven't added the CSS and why we are expecting so many other things. Okay, first we are going to add the for login text. And I'm going to write these three. Page width. Let's write 258, which is the exact same. Height, which is 36 pixel. Same again. I've inspected these things, so I'm pretty sure of that. Login button. Inside this, let's give it a width of 70 only, because the button should be small. Now let's see. Yeah. Okay, we need to do some changes here also, because it's coming outside of this container. Let's see. because we have added here inside the container. Okay. Here I have done few changes in the div. Now, as you can see, it's coming inside the container. Now, we are gonna give some space. So for that, let's give them some margin. Open your page.css. And here, I'm going to give it a margin of 5 pixels. Okay. Also, I'm going to give it a border because color is very dark there. I'm going to change that solid and db is fine. Yeah. And this is looking good. And we have to create one more, which is login page sign in. Yeah. Inside this, let's give it a margin from top as 25 pixels. Let's save it and see the changes. Yeah. So now the color of this is looking exactly like this one. Now coming back to the button part, let's just add the here. It'll be great if we add it here. Oh, as you can see here, okay, it's not coming inside this because we have opened this one in the. Let's close this. Let's first add the placeholder, or let's work on the button bar. Okay, let's first add the placeholder, which is phone number, username, or email. So inside this text now, we have to add this placeholder. After this, I'm going to add one placeholder, which is going to tell us what's comes inside this number, email, or username. Okay, and inside here, let's create another placeholder. Inside this, let's write password. Let's save it. Okay, let's go. The email is coming. Username or save it. Yeah, just looking amazing, right? Now coming back to the CSS file, let's give it a background. Text. Yeah. After the border, we are going to give it a background color, which is a little mix of white. So I'm gonna write hash fa. Let's save it. Now it's a little bit dark white. Okay, same as this original one. Yeah. Moving forward, let's now coming back to the code. Let's cut this one. Let's write this. Okay. Here we're going to give padding left to 10 pixel. Yeah, this is coming fine. Let's just add one more, which is border radius here, just 5 pixel is fine. Yeah, no. Okay, let's give this button some height. After the height, you're going to give it border radius for 5 pixels. After that, font weight. Let's give the font weight bold. And then we need border for this, which is 1 pixel solid. And the color would be, okay, let's see the color here. In the original one, sky blue. Okay, fine. The sky blue color is 0395F6. Let's just save it. Okay, it's coming great, but let's just add more things here because we need background color of this as blue. So 3956, yeah, it's a little dark. Okay, and the color of the button should be white. So we can just, let's see, yeah, it's coming beautifully, right? Whenever we add the ID password here, yeah, okay. Moving forward, let's work on here itself. Let's minimize this. Let's add here body. Okay, we need to fetch this. We need to add the dot. Background color, and the background color of this would be a little, you just see the original one. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's white only, so we'll write FFA. Yeah, this one is great. Okay, coming back to the right one, the center, we're going to give it background color, which is white. Save it. Now let's give this button a margin. Yeah, margin from top, because we need to add some space here. So we are going to give it a margin of 5 pixels. Yeah, this is the line now. Now let's see whether it is looking fine or not. So it's looking completely fine. So now we are going to split the screen as or and all. So coming back to app.js, now we'll work on this part, this or login with Facebook and this everything. Coming back to code, here I'm going to create one div. Let's minimize this so we can see the output. Okay, let's create one div. Inside this div, I'm going to create one div, more div, Inside here, we're going to write R. Okay, looking cool, I guess. Save it. Okay, the R is coming, but we need to add some CSS here. So we can just make some space here. So let's write this class name as login space divider. Let's save it. Okay, let's give this one also class name as login, or here also we need to give some class name as login divider. Okay, now we should also give this one class name because we need to edit this also in the CSS. I'm going to give it as div. Let's save it. Yeah, let's open our CSS file. Let me just add the CSS here now. Here I have added some CSS properties. You can see it. Okay, so let's just save it and see. This is the OR. Now let's work on this one, the login with Facebook, forget password. Okay, let's move. Okay, so I have added one class of login Facebook. Here I'm adding the image where this is the keyword FP, which is can fetch in the import login with Facebook, and then another div of class name login forget password, and here putting this FP from the image folder. Let's just save it and see. This is how it is looking. We need to shrink the size of this image. Let's see the original one first. Okay, it's coming very small, but in our case it's coming very big. So what we can do is we can go to our CSS file and reduce the size of this login Facebook. So I have added here margin top is, let's add 10 and see the changes. Nothing is here, so let's wait. Okay, let's not make this as 30. Here we can also add the margin, right? So why can't we give the width here? Let's write width 15 pixels, and let's see. Yeah, it's coming beautifully, right? Now coming to this forget password, we can make this as a hyperlink also. Okay, but let's just give some styling to this login. I feel it's a little less. Okay, let's just do it now. So let's give it margin right. Let's save it. Oh, the image got lost. Okay, we just have to give the exact number, which is 5 pixel. Now what it is saying, it's saying this. Oh, okay. This can't be fetched from here. Let's again. Okay, we have given. Now it will be fine. Yeah, yes, it's looking good. Now we'll work on this sign in and sign up button. Let's just go to our project. Here we are going to add, because we need to come out of that main container. Okay, so here I'm going to create another container. Let's give it a class name of login page. Okay, sign up options. Okay, inside this, let's create another div, class name login page, sign in. Let's close this. Now here we are going to write don't have any account, sign up. Let's copy it, and here we're going to paste that. Right, now we are going to create another div. Let's give it a class name as login page, sign up. It is, let's write account, sign up. Let's just save this one and see our page. Yeah, it's coming up. What we can do is, let's see what's the mistake here. It's coming inside the container, but it's not fetching inside this. Okay, this one is fine. Okay, the sign up button, sign in is fine. This one is looking good. Let's add it here. Yeah, now it's working fine. Yeah, now what we can do is, we have to give this a little padding so it comes under this. So coming back to sign up, the top is yeah, don't have any account, sign up. Don't have any account, sign up. Sign in. Oh, we need to add get an app. Let's first form this now. Get the app. Let's minimize this one also. Let's refresh, and it's coming perfectly fine. As I'm not going to add these data, we can do that, but I'm not going to do that. So let's add some images like this one here. For that, let's write here, open your clone, get the app. After that, I'm going to create one another div. I'm going to add these images. Okay, images source store. Let's close this one. To that, again, image source Play Store. Let's save it. Okay, we have to add the images imported. Just a second. Okay. Let's import this App Store and Play Store images. Let's copy this one. Copy, paste. Here I'm going to write App Store, and here I'm going to write Play Store, and the image name is app, and this one is play. Let's just save it and see. Okay, it's coming very big. We need to give it the width also. Let's open our code. Here only we are going to give it some width. Let's give this one 136 pixels. Yeah, and let's copy this. Let's let's paste it, and yeah, you can see the output. We have to make some padding and all. Okay, let's coming back to our code. Let's give this one sign up page, or let's give it another section. Okay, it's under this one only. Let's fix this. Let's give this images class name as login page. This one options. Yeah. Now let's copy this, and after this image, I'm going to paste this one. Let's rename this option as doing And here also we are going to, let's save it and see there's changes. Get in. It's coming query. The get the app is under this only, so let's do something for that. Let's add here as load section. Okay, let's this one inside this div. Is this one? Let's see, it's not still in the background. Okay, let's just do one thing here. Now it's looking fine. Yeah. So we need to give some padding here. Let's give it some padding. Here also, let's just copy this property only. Paste it. Save. Now it's coming beautifully. Yeah. There is some gap here, so let's add this margin or okay. Edit this twing, but okay, this is a mistake. I thought it's not fetching the right margin. It's now fetching the right margin. Let's just open the CSS. It's here right top. Save it. Its margin is fine. Okay, we need to give some margin in between the container and get the app. Okay, so let's just see in download section. Inside the download section, we need to give maximum padding. From here, we have given some padding, but I don't think so it's fine. So let's write here 40. The login page option is also 40, but it's not getting the space I want. So let's open this one again. It's a login option. Login doing. Is this one? Margin top. It's not fetching this one. Okay, it's fine. It's not that big deal. So a login page is done. So this is our login page, and this one is Instagram login page. So whose login page is looking more beautiful, guys? I understand. So let's move on to the home page. Open your Visual Studio Code, and here inside this source component, I'm going to create one folder. Inside this component folder, I'm going to create a folder. Let's name it home page. Inside this home page component, I'm going to create two files. Let's name each of them as home.js and the other one is .css. Yeah, let's save it. Yes, everything's look fine now. Let's open. Let's delete this also. We have fetched the login page. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's create the import React from React, but I'm importing component. Okay, let's import the CSS file of this import home.css. Okay, let's create a class of home. Now we'll see whether it is working or not by giving it a dummy text. Okay, let's make the use of props again. Super keyword. It will fetch props, and this state will show us the state of the program. Okay, fine. Now the main thing, trend of, when we are calling the class, we need to declare the render function. So let's give it div hello from Simplilearn. Let's close this. Again, need to export default file name, which is home. Let's save it and let's import it this page inside the app.js. Now, as we can see, we have already imported login page. Now I'm going to import home page. Now let's write here import home from components home page. Okay, fine. Let's save it. Let's see if this in the browser. It's showing some errors. Okay, model not found. Your components home page home user. It can't be fetched. It cannot fetch the location of files. So let's see. It's inside. Let's see the structure of this. Okay, let's open this and see the source. Created this component. Wait, okay. This folder was created. Let's cut this one. Paste it here. Okay, let's cut it now. Now it should be working fine. Let's cut these files. Save it. Now it's working fine. Yeah. What is showing? Hello from Simplilearn. Right? Coming back to our code. Back to the Instagram page. Let's see. So this is how the Instagram page is looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one nav bar in the top. This nav bar component, which will include these all icons. So we'll get plenty of space to add the stories and the picture and this box. What we can do is we can just create one component of navbar, then we'll follow the same. Let's code. Inside this component folder, let's create another folder as dot. Now in this I'm going to create the JS and the CSS file. Okay, navbar.js. Create it too. Create the CS file now. CSS. Okay. Now coming back to let's open the home page. Let's delete this. Coming back to let's copy this. Let's copy this and paste it inside navbar.js. Let's edit the navbar CSS component class render. Let's delete this file here. Export. Okay. Navbar. Let's save it. It's showing an error. Let's see what it is. What should. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, let's write here as navbar, so we can just get what it is showing. Let's open home page. Inside this, delete the whole thing. We don't need this. Inside this, I'm going to declare the navbar, so it can be fetched in the single page. Okay. Okay, let's make it inside this div. Okay, let's cut it now. Let's save it now. Things. Okay, it's fine. Let's save it. Let's create one more component. components only. Let's name it as main component. Let's it will go very big. Okay. Inside this main content, we'll create again two files. Content.js and main content.css. Yes. Okay. Now again we'll go to home, copy this text, going back to main content. Let's delete this. Right. Main content. Let's delete this also from here. Content. Also this. Yes. Let's okay the class name is here. Main content. Inside the page everything look fine. Let's save it now. Everything look fine. It's done. Let's see. Let's go to home page. Here, call this main content. Let's save it. And in app.js, let's comment it down for a while. Let's save it. Browser, which was not defined. Okay. In app.js, navbar is defined. Login page. Board. Save it. Now let's see the navbar and main content. Okay. So as we can see, we can fetch these files. Okay. Let's open the let's develop each and every component like navbar and main component. Now inside this navbar.js, let's delete this navbar and let's create one div. Let's give the class as bar bar. Okay, let's just close it. Now here I'm going to use the grid from material UI. Okay, let's save it. Okay, it's fine. Okay, as you can see, one component has been created. Beautiful. Let's create now. Create here inside this. Let's give it a name as grid container. Inside this grid container, I'm going to call for 3 grids. system. One is access. Let's size it to. Let's just copy this from here. Yeah. Well, let's just save it. Okay. Let's because we need. Okay. Let's error. Let's say possible. Okay. Let's see. Grid. Let's see. There is this issue that was coming inside the grid. So I checked and the grid was not properly installed in our system. Now I have again called for this command npm install /4. This F is denoted as forcefully, and again it is installing Material UI core. So it will take a couple of minutes to install all the properties of grid. Let's wait. Let's analyze this will be resolved in a while. So we have to import this Instagram logo also. And these icons we can get it from the Material UI icons, and we have to create one component of the stories and one component for the pictures and one component for this one. Let's go back to our code. It's still installing. Issues. We'll move forward now. Let's just add some text here so we can get. Now inside this navbar only, let's import Instagram logo that we needed. Logo. As you can see, it is installed. All the packages, everything is installed in the system. Now we are installing that logo. For that, okay, let's add here. Inside the images folder, there is a picture called logo. Insta. EMG. Okay, it's fine. Let's just cut this one. Let's add the source in this part. Okay, let's just cut this one. Okay, let's first just see whether it is working or not. Grid. Let's open this one. See now. Still showing the error. Let's find out and resolve it. So we have finally compiled this program successfully. The main problem was that I was declaring it in the curly brackets, but the grid should not come under this because we are importing this. It's not a file, it's a module. So we have to import it like this. So output of this program is like this. This is the component which is navbar component. This is the main component. Okay, the things which will come under this are story part, profile pic, upload, that part, and here is suggestion part. This is the navbar, and I'm going to declare the Instagram logo. Just give me a second. Okay, inside this, let's add it here only in the center. Let's go here, add the image. We have already imported the image on the top. That's right. Insta logo. Let's just use this one. Let's save it. It's showing a big Instagram logo. We don't need that. We can change it in the styling bar. Let's give it a width. Let's write 0 pixels. Now save it. Okay. Let's create a class name. So I can add the styling, the CSS. Nav bar logo. Okay. Now let's see. It's coming very beautiful. Okay, let's just delete this part. This piece. You can just this looks good. More clean, right? Back to this. Let's add input text. Text. Need to add the search bar. That placeholder is what you know, guys. Tell me. It's which is come under that box. You'll see. Now let's save it and see the implementation of this search box. Yes. Okay. We can do the padding and all. let's create a grid here. Item. So we need to change the size to 3, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's still give it. Yeah, let's give it 3 only for now. Style. Set this. I'm going to add display, which should be flex. Okay, let's this, and let's here import some image. Okay, one would be fine. Otherwise, let's give it a width of 25 pixels. Let's close this, save it, copy this one, paste another line. Fine. Yeah, let's go back. No issues. We'll do that. So one is home, one is Sage, other one was that search or find button. The last and final one, little right. Yeah. Now, as you can see, it comes the grid of the screen is 12. So we have used 11. Now I'm going to create one more grid here. Let's give it size of 1, and that would be empty. Okay. Okay. Now let's import the images on the top. First one, again that name of that is okay. Let's just copy this to save the time. Okay, let's paste it. Good. Also, yeah, let's write find. Also, the name of the image is find.svg. And this one is React. Yeah, save it. Come back to file. Can't fix this React SVG. Let's see. Let's see. Now let's check. Okay, it's coming beautifully like the yeah. Then we have to clear Instagram icons. We can also write these names, but it'll take much space. So as you have noticed, there is one file portion also, which is round, and inside that there is a picture. So what we can do is, let's go to a code and see. Okay, here let's give class name. Let's name it as bar search bar. Yeah, let's save it. Head. Let's everything looks fine to me. This grid is fine. Second one. Now this is the time we can add the logo, the page like this one. Okay, coming back to the code, what we can do is we can import avatar UI core. Inside this, there is which is this one. Let's write here. Yeah. Now we have to declare this inside this. So what we can do is we can avatar source of the image dp. We have to import this image. Let's first write this navbar image style. Okay, and inside the style I'm going to give it max height. Max height, let's write max height as 25 pixels, and then max width, let's give it as now it's looking good. Max height is again 25 pixels. Just close this one. Now let's save it as it is showing in errors because we haven't imported the image. So let's write dp from let's write the name of the image. Let's write file picture. Save this one. It's still showing two errors. Let's read them. Parse error inside this React.js. What's the error? Let's just create one more terminal. Let's kill this one. Okay. Say the neighbor only, I understood. But let's just run this one. try this. This problem is with the avatar. So what we can do is Maxwell. Okay, this we can remove now only. The main problem was with avatar. Let's see what we can do. Model not found. Can't find images. Chair. Images. Components. Export. Export. Okay. Profile. Chair. Photo. Let's save this one now. Let's see whether it's okay. So whenever we find any error, just copy that and paste that inside the Chrome. On Stack Overflow, you'll find plenty of answers of that. So our main issue is with the avatar. Maybe it's not installed or what. So let's add this part. Okay. Let's read some documentaries here. Okay. Let's find out. Again, it's the same issue. Now let's save it and see whether it's working or not. It's working fine. Yeah. Let's just come in a little down. You can just in that properties. No issues. That let's give a little more size to it. And let's see now. Yeah, this one is looking fine. Okay. Yeah. Coming back to the code. Now let's style them properly. These three. Okay. Back here. After this image, I'm going to give it the class name. So let's give it as image. But we don't need like this. Image. Okay. Yeah. Let's just copy this and paste it here, here, and here. Let's save it now and see the magic of React. Yeah, it's coming beautifully now, right? Everything is aligned and you can see the nav bar very beautifully aligned. Now, this is not looking very good, this main content. Let's remove that first. Okay. Yeah. Let's remove this one. Now you see this is how the nav bar is looking. Isn't it beautiful? Right? Yeah. Let's move forward. Coming back to Visual Studio Code. Everything is fine. I have added the CSS properties. You can see. Okay. I'll upload all the code in the description box. You can just copy that from here. Okay, let's move ahead. Now let's close this navbar.css, navbar main content we'll work on. Yeah, fine. First thing first, what we are going to do is I'm going to import grid here. So let's remove this from here and let's add the proper location of the grid. Fine. Let's write here grid container. Inside this grid container, I'm going to add two grids. Let's size them as 2 and 6 first. Okay, let's close this one. Let's write here grid item 6. The main thing what we're going to do is inside this only. Okay, so let's make it a little space. Let's create here one grid. Okay, let's create one grid here also. Let's complete the structure. Okay, this is looking fine now. What we can do is we can just add the size here. Okay, 2 is fine. Everything's look good. Now we'll start working on this grid. So let's add here one div. And inside this, let's add. Let's first here contains. Yeah, in the components part, let's create two folders or components. Let's name it as status bar. Okay, and in status bar again we are going to create two files, JS and CSS status bar CSS. Yeah, fine. Now we are going to create another component which is main page. Again in this main page folder, it's not a folder, let's delete this. Okay, fine. Yeah, again let's create in page. Instead of this main page, let's create two files again. Main page.js, one file as main page.css. Okay, back to this div main page and the status page which will come up, because status should come. Okay, let's just capitalize this. Okay, let's save it. Yeah, everything's look fine now. Let's import these files inside this. First we'll import the status bar. Status bar, yeah. Again, we are going to import this page from again. Yeah, let's save it. Now, if you can see here, let's just cut it because we haven't declared anything inside this status, and that's why it's not fetching it. Now let's just do one last part. Let's give it a class name as main content container. Let's save it. Coming back to status, I'm going to import. Okay, let me just cut this part, copy it from the other place. Let's cut this one here from here. Let's create, copy this, paste it here. Okay, we just have to import the React components from React. Yeah, let's just save it, import the CSS file, which is important. This is the status bar. Status bar.css. Save it. Inside this, let's write status bar. Inside this render function, say also default export default the status bar. Let's just, we don't need this now, but let's def status bar. Okay, let's just copy it from here and inside this, let's paste it. Let's do some modifications here. Main page. Okay, yeah, let's save it. Here also main page, and when it comes to exporting the file, let's save it inside the div. Yeah, now we'll see the output. So This is our nav bar. This is the status bar. This is the space that we are giving to this status bar, and this is the space which is the main page, which will come under post. Okay, yeah. Coming back to the code. Okay, let's create code. I'm going to create one class name status bar container, where all the stories will come. Okay, now we'll create that part, right? So let's create another div. Let's give it the class name status. Okay, let's close this. Start again. Let's there. So after that, it can't fit it. Let's save it. Let's give it class name status bar status. Let's write the source. Status image will declare the image with the issues. Let's create the class name status bar status. Here I'm going to write name. Okay, yeah. Let's just copy this few times. Let's just put the image. Let's add the image here now. Let's import status image. Yeah. Image from images file photo. Save it. Okay, it was PG. Let's save it now. Let's see. Yeah, isn't it looking amazing? Yeah, we have to align it, but you can see the status bar. Let's add more status. Let's copy this and add 2-3 more here. Yes. Save it. Now let's see. Yeah, this is looking really very good. Okay, we have to align it into the center. Okay, yeah. Let's coming back to the code. Let's see. Now what you have to do is you have to make this container, that status part, into the center of this main page. You can do it, right? Okay, fine. I'm going to add the status or the pictures here. You have to add the container into the center on your own. If you need any help, you can just comment it down. I'll help you out. Okay? But now you have to do some things so that you can learn about this technology more. Now we'll work on this main page. Okay? Now Let's create a folder here in the components as post, where we'll add the pictures. Inside this again, I'm going to create two files, JS and the CSS for the styling. Yeah, post.css. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do is, let's copy this and paste it inside this. Yeah, and from here we are going to give the right path, post, and let's give the class name post, and then what we are exporting here is post. Yeah, let's save it. Now let's import this into the main page. Okay, it's showing an error. Let's see what's the problem here. Okay, we imported it. That's the reason it's showing this error. Post from post and then post. Let's save it now. Inside this. Okay, this is not where you have to import this file. Okay, let's cut it from here. Yeah, paste it here. Now save it. Let's save this also. Everything looks fine now. Yeah. Now, how we can check this is working or not is, you have to add here hello. Save it. It's working fine. Yeah, it's working fine. Now we can add the pictures here. Okay, let's remove this from here. Yeah, let's start working on this component. Let's remove this hello. Inside this first div, let's create the class name and let's name it as post container. Okay, now let's name it as the, we have to remove it after that, but let's just now, for the better clarity of this program, to make this. Okay, again I'm creating another div, again like this. You have to create 5. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, okay, okay, let's delete this. Okay, next line, let's create 3 like this. Yeah, okay, yes, fine. One component we have to create there. Okay, fine. Inside this first header, what I'm going to do is, let's see the Instagram component. Okay, so there is one image and the username. Okay, on it. Let's okay. Inside this div, let's create a class name. Post container. Okay. After that, inside the another container, let's write here the avatar because we need to add the logo. Okay, so let's give it a class name of post images or image is fine. And let's write the source, which is empty, that I will send. Okay, yeah. Now, one thing more we have to add is that we have to add the username. As we discussed, we have to add the username. So I'm gonna write post username, and then inside this, okay, it's not necessary, but let's write the username. Okay, in this component, I'm going to write the image. Okay, just for the reference like this, names and all. Okay, fine. Let's move forward. Let's import the avatar. It's imported. Let's save it. Yeah, let's save it now. Yeah, cool. Username. You can just change it after a while. It's not an issue. Now let's move to the image component. Let's inside this div, I'm going to create the image. Source of the image would be post image. Let's add the width here. Width is, let's write 600 pixels. Let's just save it. We have to add the image for now, but it's fine. Okay. Now let's import the image. Import post image from images photo. I'm using this picture so many times. Okay, let's save it now. It's working completely fine. Yeah. So with this, we have created our simple for beginners Instagram clone. So with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like and share it. Let me just show you in the last how the login page was looking. Okay, let's just and let's show this. Save it. You'll find the code in the description box. Don't worry, if you have any questions, you can just ping me down. And I will also add this part in the code in the sections part. No worries, you will be good to go. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.